Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love that love the Clone Wars.
Yes, we do.
So today we're checking out Season 3, Episode 11, Pursuit of Peace. Padme Amidala, Bail Organa, and Onaconda Farr become targets. Of who? We don't know. Separatists.
It's a mystery.
Truth can strike down the specter of fear.
Can indeed.
How dare they!
They attack, and now they want peace?
The peace proposal was made prior to their assault.
Only highlights its insincerity.
I propose the Republic purchase an additional 5 million clone troopers.
Of course you say that.
How do you propose we pay for these additional troops?
Drafting an emergency appropriations bill that would raise funds.
From the banking clan?
Do you have an alternate means of paying?
One alternative might be to stop the war, not escalate it. Whoever attacked the power grid wants us to continue the fight. It's a calculated attempt.
She gets it.
Not everyone in the Confederacy wants this. I know this for a fact.
You have separatist friends?
Whose side are you on?
There is no need to. We have just received a message from our opponent, Count Dooku.
Republic forces have carried out a barbaric attack on our people, and among the deaths was Senator Mina Bonteri.
What?
I must formally withdraw the proposal for peace offered by our Senate.
We must not show weakness!
I just can't believe the Republic would target Senator Bonteri. She was the only one willing to stand up for peace.
Exactly, they wouldn't.
The Republic spies are reporting that Senator Bonteri was murdered by Dooku's thugs. Message to the Senate was a ploy to disguise his true actions. If your friend met with a violent end because of her politics, let's make sure her courageous effort wasn't in vain.
What can we do?
Defeat this bill. I'll start lining up support, but I'll need ammunition.
We can't afford ammunition. Remember? I joke.
See how much interest they're going to charge for the loan. More I know about what the exact cost of this bill will be, the better I can make my case to defeat it.
Let's go, Uncle. You owe me for telling such a bad joke.
Yeah, and Jimmy Spence knows politics.
25%.
25%? That's outright
Crazy.
The previous arrangement with the Republic was 10%.
That was before deregulation. The same rules don't apply, my dear.
That's why there's regulation.
They just secured a loan to fund an additional 3 million.
Did he just spell his fingers?
I think he did.
You would let Dooku do that? You live on Coruscant too.
We have no stake in this war. War is distasteful to all of us.
25% interest.
The interest alone could completely bankrupt the Republic. If we go deeper into debt, the basic needs of our people will evaporate.
This is good. Taking out a loan on such obscene terms would essentially destroy the Republic. Regardless of the outcome of the war, we only need to sway another handful of senators, as long as they don't buckle to the threats. Some members have received messages warning them not to vote against the bill. Considering what's happened to your friend Bonteri, they're frightened.
A mandatory blackout is in progress.
Oh my god.
The only winner will be the banking clan. They want to pass this bill so badly, they're using scare tactics to sway votes.
More clones are precisely what we need, and my caucus agrees with me. I'm sorry.
Uncle Ono,
2 thugs jumped me, but I am fine.
this is outrageous.
This will not change my mind. No matter what, I will vote against the bill.
Good for you.
I see Senator Amidala hasn't given up her crusades.
She doesn't have the votes, my lord.
We've taken care of 20 senators. It may be time to send her a message as well.
You want us to have a talk with her?
Take her out of the game.
It's not gonna go well for you guys.
I sincerely hope not.
Intimidation won't work on everyone.
We're still at least 6 votes short of a majority. You're the finest public speaker I know. If anyone can convince the Senate that voting for this bill will bankrupt the Republic, it's you. I urge you to speak before the full Senate.
I'll need some time to prepare.
In the meantime, I'll pay another visit to those still undecided.
What does ideology matter at this point? But what about the millions who are dying in this war? The clones? We created them for just that purpose.
They are people.
I care about. are my constituents.
When was the last time you ever spoke to your people?
Probably the same time you did.
Is there anything we can do to get you to change your mind?
Where does Senator Organa stand on all this?
Senator Organa is preparing to speak before the full Senate.
I'll listen to what he has to say.
So you are open to voting with us?
I said I'll listen to what he has to say.
Ooh, that sucks.
Can I give you a ride?
My driver's only a block away. I think I'd like to walk. I can take care of myself.
That's true. Okay, good. I was wondering if she had a weapon. Nope, don't you guard down.
Put your hands up. Drop your weapons and come with us quietly.
Quietly.
Yeah, obviously you should have gotten your gun.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my...
There you go.
Took her long,
Nice
huh?
driving, yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Ha. Barrel roll.
Well, he's not connected now, so hopefully he can fall off a little bit easier.
Ha.
Those bounty hunters were trying to kill me! I am a senator! I demand that you arrest them!
Sons of bitches.
Yep.
Don't you think you should report this to the Jedi Council?
Yeah.
They were bounty hunters, paid to stop me from voting against the troop increase. What has happened to democracy?
Anakin, we want to know about it.
You're not like most politicians. You actually talk to the people. Good night, my lady.
Tekla,
That's it.
how is your family?
They are fine.
How is the war affecting them?
Well, it hasn't been easy. And it's only getting worse.
Tell me how it's getting worse.
You're not gonna get away like your lady friend.
He has a panic button. Boom. He's also a big dude.
Yeah.
Ow.
No airbag.
Medic!
No, he's not gonna be able to give the speech.
You must come quickly. You need to see something.
Bale, what happened?
Senator, you need to lie down.
My speech. The Senate is expecting me.
Is there any way?
I'm sorry. He's in no condition to even stand.
The speech. Padme, you must address the Senate. Only you can do this.
Let's vote. You must give the speech in his place.
He's seen as a voice of reason.
You are very respected.
I've been against this bill from day one. If they didn't listen to me before, why would they listen now?
Because you do listen. You understand what the people are going through. Your people are waiting for you.
Senator Organa is nowhere to be found.
He's at the only
I
position.
will speak on his behalf.
Yeah. Here you go, Padme.
Senator Amidala will be permitted to speak.
Tekla is one of my aides. Like so many of the people that we tell ourselves we're here to serve, Tekla lives in a district that rarely has electricity. Her children can now only bathe every 2 weeks. The Republic has always funded these basic services, but now there are those who would divert the money to the war. If not for people like Tekla and her children, Who are we fighting for? This war is meant to save them from suffering, not increase it.
But if we continue to impoverish our people,
It is not on the battlefield where Dooku will defeat us, but in our own homes. It is our duty and our responsibility to preserve the lives of those around us by defeating this bill.
Yeah.
Well done.
Also mention the insane interest rates that they want to charge.
Yeah.
That would make anybody's head spin.
Yeah, sure. The begrudging collapse. I thought for sure that was gonna end the episode. I was like,
Yeah.
What do you plan to do about this?
For now, we must adhere to the principles of our democracy. We must let the wheels of the Senate turn.
Couldn't just end hopeful. I had to have that little dig at the end there that there's more to come. There's more evil that that Palpatine has in store.
I thought this was some great social commentary through this episode. I loved the fact that Padme is so different because she listens to the people. Because I think it's not a unique feeling to feel like we're not heard by our representatives or our senators or anything sometimes, because it does feel like, you know, they go off to Washington or to the state capitol and they get lobbyist enrichment and maybe even have like insider trading tips. And like that's what they start focusing on instead of like the people who actually elected them. And that's obviously not true of all politicians, but it feels like there's a healthy percentage that probably adhere to that. And so I just love the social commentary of that. I love the fact that it is returning to the people that really defeats the bill, because that is it. When you are an elected official, it is the people who you answer to, and the people have the power, which is an important thing that we all remember. I also love the whole idea of like, oh, well, we'll just deregulate everything and then it'll be fine. And you find out that it's more than double the interest rates all the time. I mean, so like it goes to show where some of the problems lie, but how that often is born out of greed, whether it's greed for money or greed for power.
Yeah, I like the fact that Padme didn't need any help on either end. When she was, she fought for herself, both physically and was able to, like, eventually the bounty hunters, she didn't really defeat them, but she got away from them. And so she avoided them, and she didn't need someone to come and save her. And same thing with the speech. She didn't need Organa to deliver the speech that was going to convince everyone. She was able to do it herself and in her own way. So I like that they gave her the win on those two fronts.
I definitely agree, because there was a moment when she was on the like speeder, whatever that thing is called, where I really thought that out of the blue Anakin was gonna like come from above with his lightsaber, and I do really love that he didn't. And I love that she walked away from it also a little bit scuffed. It goes to show that, you know, she doesn't have all these special Jedi abilities or whatever, but like she will fight and stand up for herself, and she will come out the other side, even if she is, you know, a little bit worse for wear in the immediate time, but you know, it will all heal and she'll kick ass in the meantime. I
don't buy that just talking about one person's experience though, like in her district would have like swayed like so many people. I thought she was gonna like, you know, have her like bring like some of like her friend, like or bring her assistant, like bring some other people in there, you know, and it's gonna be like, I don't know how many people it would take to sway it, but yeah, I thought there was gonna be more than just one.
I think it did feel like it spoke to the experience of the vast majority, which was part of Padme's line, like, my people, your people, all of our people.
Yeah.
It did feel like the experience that she was speaking to transcended just her district to be something that is perhaps universally felt among the Republic, for anybody who's not in a political position of power and wealth. So I agree with you. I think in our current
I guess I'm just jaded.
We're also jaded and cynical that we're like, no, we need like documents and evidence, and we need like 50 testimony and like. But I do think that was. I like that it was possible.
Like it was enough to sway me. Yeah, I know, but I'm like so cynical of what I'm like no way, like these senators or whatever, like, you know, the ones that wanted to vote for it or whatever would have been swayed by that one person. But again, like that's just like, you know, like you said, being cynical and jaded.
Well, I do think that the thing that they did very well in that is they showed that she was televised everywhere.
Yeah, that helps.
So like Do I believe it could have immediately defeated the vote? No, but if there was like some time after the fact where constituents could contact their representatives and be like, you are royally effing up if you vote for this bill, I feel like they just, they needed to streamline it for the sake of the episode.
The fact that they knew that everyone was watching and everything like that, and it was reaching everybody else. And I like the line that if we're not fighting for the protection of of our people, then like why are we fighting it at all? So it was a good episode.
I always think that's true, like when it comes to these nationally televised things too, is like that's the power within Congress, is to have like those roll call votes where everybody has to go on record for what they vote, so that you get a really clear image. And I think those are the moments where our constituents are probably most held to our standards, is when it's very publicly documented what their vote is on issues.
I also just want the days for like when the holograms are actually like, legit, and they exist in our world, and we see them like, because like it was her hologram like projection was there, and in like the center of like the city or whatever, like that's town, the town square, as it played, and and I don't know, I feel like we should have that already.
I remember when the last Hunger Games movie came out, hearing that this technology was there and was like in the works and would soon be sort of like available to the masses. Obviously, like it goes to the rich first because it's sold at an exorbitant rate before it becomes commonplace. But like I haven't seen even the super rich having their holograms yet, and I'm a little bit disappointed.
We have an Iron Man suit before we have the holograms, because he's so
yeah, that's true.
There's so you can fly like Iron Man. It's like $400,000 or something like that, but it was pretty sweet. Anyways, thanks so much for checking out our reaction for season 3, episode 11 for the Clone Wars. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.